Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush with another news brief, and today we will be discussing CRT, Texas, and Michael Haugabook. I'll let you know who he is. He got a stupid name because he's a stupid person, and I will let you know all about him shortly. But first, if you would, please hit my subscribe button. It's right there. Please, thank you. I appreciate you. And everybody who has subscribed this month, y'all really just make me feel so good. Okay, so moving right along. We'll go with the heavy situation first, which is the CRT. Not to be confused with an SRT, which is a Hemi engine. A Hellcat engine. Okay, so it is critical race theory. What is critical race theory, you say? It's basically looking at race in America through a clear lens. Racism, discrimination, all of those things. And what's happening is states are banning it to be taught in American schools, which basically means they want us to keep being lied to. They don't want our youth learning the truth about America and how we got to where we are today, which to me is asinine, because we need to know, because right now we have a whole few generations of kids that have no idea why Black people are always enraged. They have no idea why we are always marching, protesting. They have some ideas about police brutality, but they don't know the depths of it. They don't know that America has been attacking Black people since the white folks got here. They don't know that. They don't know. They don't know. And apparently their ancestors and their, ascendants don't want them to find out, because they don't want them to feel bad in school about what their ancestors did to Black people. But they have no problem with little Black kids being upset and angry or sad about what happened to their ancestors at the hands of, slave owners. It's okay for Black kids to feel away in school, but not white kids. And that's basically what it is. They don't want the truth taught. They don't want white kids to know about redlining. They don't want white kids to know that Black people get forced into certain areas in the city. Y'all think that Black people just want to live around Black people all the time? Yeah, when we come into y'all job places, we mingle and mix with everybody. A lot of times we can't get what is redlining, you ask? Redlining is basically the way the banks determine who is worthy of a loan and who isn't, and where you can get that loan. And so for years, the banks haven't been giving Black people loans like they do everybody else. You might qualify for a $200,000 loan, but not in this neighborhood. That neighborhood, yes, that's where you can buy. We'll give you money, but you got to buy over there. Oh, you got a business? It's very successful. Oh, you can't rent this office space. No, you can't. You can't be here. You can have your business in your neighborhood. Don't come over here. They make it hard for Black people in business. They make it hard for Black people, period. It's been set that way since slavery ended. Like, critical race theory would teach these kids that even though Black people did not get reparations, America saw fit to give the white slave owners reparations after slavery was over, because they were going to be out workers. How were they going to get their fields work? How were they going to get things done without this free labor that they had already paid for? So the white slave owners actually did get reparations from America, but Black people didn't get them. And then you got the soldiers that went to World War I, and World War II, and they came back and they could not get any GI benefits. That wasn't for Black soldiers. That was only for the white soldiers. And actually, Roosevelt had trouble getting the whole, New Deal passed, because the Southern governors was like, no, we're not just giving it to every soldier. Every soldier cannot get a VA loan. Every soldier cannot go to college, at America's cost. We decide who qualifies for these loans and these grants and these benefits. Even though they all serve the same military in the same country, all are not, available to get these, able to get these resources. They've always made it bad on us. They've always given us the lower hand of everything. And they don't want anybody to know about that. They don't want these kids to know about that. And that's why I oppose the banning of CRT. I oppose it. There's no reason we should be banning it. And unfortunately, 27 states in this union have already banned it. They refuse to allow it to be taught in classrooms. And basically, it makes teaching anti-racism impossible. You can't do it. And you know who did that, right? Trump. Trump made it to where he made sure that we don't get to learn about our history. But, you know, if you in the right black family, you're going to know about what happened anyway, because we teach our own anyway. But I don't understand why America feels like it's cool for us to learn about the French and Canadians and the Europeans, but not about black Americans. Why isn't that a required course to graduate? World history is, but, you know, African American history is not. Black history is not. It's like extra credit on the shortest month of the year. And it's pitiful and it's sad. And I'm very, very sad that it is spreading like wildfire. And then we've got states like Kentucky, my home state, that are looking to pass their own bans next year. It needs to be overturned, and it needs to be overturned now. Like, I don't know what Biden can do because it's called states' rights, but I know these people, y'all need to get up and vote. Y'all better stop letting these people decide who goes into office and who doesn't. I'm sorry. I'm still one of those people that feel like my vote counts, so you're not going to take that from me. I've seen people win by one vote. I've seen it happen before, and they had to have a recount. So, yes, you're not going to tell me my one vote don't count. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's all I'm going to cover on the CRT. Now, let's talk about Texas. Now, what Texas did, in case you were not aware, is they just passed a law banning transgender females from competing in sports with females that were assigned female at birth. And, of course, the trans community is all up in arms. They're angry. And I understand why they're angry. Because they've worked very, very hard to get people to see them as they want to present. They've condemned people. They've canceled people. They've done everything in their power to make you see them as they are. And I have no problem with that. I have a problem with the bullying aspect of it. But I feel like people should be able to be who they are. However, I have a daughter who wants to do volleyball. I definitely don't want a female assigned boy at birth able to compete against her, spiking balls and whatnot. He's got way more power than she does. And I do understand that they have, you know, testosterone blocking medication. And a lot of times they require, you know, the female to be on her medication for at least 12 months. But they found that even after 3 years, there's still way too much testosterone in these girls' bodies. And so my whole point is they should absolutely be able to compete with either side they want, as long as everybody is passing the same test. It's not fair. I don't care how much weaker you are now that you have this testosterone blocker. You are still 50 times stronger than my daughter. You should not be able to compete against her. And let me just be clear. When I say transgender women, we're not talking about these transgender women. We're talking about these transgender women. I mean, it's kind of sad. And I definitely want people to be able to walk and live in their truth, because you only get one life. But I would be fake if I was to tell y'all that I don't believe in that. Or, you know, I don't think it should be banned. I do feel like it should be banned, but I also feel like they should create their own lane. If they want to compete, they should be able to compete with other like individuals, like it's always been. Females compete with females, males compete with males, transgenders should compete with transgenders. But the problem with that is transgenders don't want to be looked at as transgender. They want to be looked at as females or as males, whichever they transitioned into. You know, so that's the problem with, you know, with them having their own lane. But that's really the only way to make it fair. Because it's not fair to my daughters or your daughters or your little cousins or your nieces that they have to compete with, kids that were assigned boy at birth, because there's no way all that testosterone is out of their system. It's just not. And if they don't feel like that's fair, then I don't know what else to tell them, because life ain't fair. And I don't feel like they should get a benefit that's going to disqualify other kids. Like, I was living in Connecticut and they had two transgender females, raced with the females, and they dusted everybody. But on the boys' side, they came in last place. They could not place on the boys' side, but on the girls' side, they blew everybody out the water. And it was sad, and it was unfair to see those girls crying, because there was no way they could beat those boys. There was absolutely no way. They tried, but they knew it wasn't going to happen. I keep saying those. I'm sorry. There was no way they could beat those girls. Those were special girls, and they have special, hormones. And I just feel like they should absolutely be able to live in their truth, but they should understand how it's not fair to, cisgendered females. It's not fair. There's no way you can make it fair. And saying that we present as females makes us females is kind of an insult to those who are assigned female at birth. The ones who have cramps, who have periods, who have babies, who have all these other things, menopause. We have all these different issues, and y'all want the exact same look and feel as us. And that's kind of disrespectful. I just feel like we have to do what's fair, and what's fair is to keep everybody in their own lane. Transgenders in their lane, girls in their lane, boys in their lane. And because transgender people go through what nobody else goes through. Let's just be honest. So they definitely need to be heard, and they need to be seen. At the same time, so do our little girls. They don't have, 50 times the testosterone running through their bodies, but they still have to compete with these other girls who do. And I don't care who you are, but that is just not fair. Then when they can get them down, their testosterone levels down to where everybody passes the same test, absolutely let them compete. But the reason that they banned it is because it's not like that. And that makes it unfair. Come for me in the comments. I don't care. I don't even care, because that's just how I feel, because I cried for those girls. I did. I cried for those girls in Connecticut because they worked all year for that. And it's not right. Period. I don't care what you say. Okay. And let's talk about Michael Haugabook. However you say his name. Nasty ass. He is the man, the 61-year-old man that married his 18-year-old goddaughter. And when I say goddaughter, I say that loosely, because that's just what he called himself after messing with her mom for some time. Now, mind you, the mother 10 carry crazy too, because I seen her on YouTube. My goodness, that girl can cuss her butt out, which I'm crazy too. So I'm not saying it in a derogatory way, but she basically told her a little bit of her story and how she was addicted to drugs. She did, she sold mad drugs, and she was in and out of jail a lot. So her daughter wound up getting taken from her from DCF, and, wound up getting put with the white family. And that's who the girl is claiming as her family now, saying that she never really was around her mother. Mother's like, no, she was here yesterday bouncing up and down on me, telling me how much she loved me. The mother says she does not agree with this wedding, with this marriage at all. And she doesn't want to see her daughter anymore, because her daughter is talking mad stuff about her on the internet like she ain't nothing, and basically being two-faced trying to make her look bad. And to be fair, the mother did mention that she has been clean off of drugs since June the 24th of 2015. How did I remember that? Well, that's how long she's been clean off of powder cocaine or whatever. And she said she didn't go to a rehab. She just got tired of losing. I felt that. Yeah, everybody get tired of losing every now and then. Good gracious. What can we do about it? So that I did appreciate. So let's get to this couple now. What it seems like is that Mike has been grooming her, for about 4 or 5 years. Now, was he having sex with her? Absolutely. Are they going to admit it? Probably not. But he been having sex with that girl. The way he was begging for her to come back, she probably ran away from him when he was asking for the, people to find her and send her home or whatever, she was probably running from him. He was probably messing with her way back then. Before she knew, before she got brainwashed and got Stockholm Syndrome. And how, I don't understand how the mother hasn't killed him, though. Like, you should have shot him. Like, you talking about he dropped her off at your house to get some more of her things, but you didn't shoot him? I don't think there's a jury in the land that would have put you behind bars for very long if you'd have done that, given the story. Because this man is a sexual predator. A sexual predator. That's exactly what it is. Take away 17 years. Would it have been okay for him to have sex with her then? Still the same age difference. He's more than 3 times her age. That's just nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty, and y'all know it's nasty. And that little girl defending him, talking about she got 4 kids. Girl, if you got 4 kids, then smack me. She literally has 1 child that they say ain't Mike. So who the heck she been having sex with besides Mike? And he got 3 kids, younger kids that he take care of. But get this, she on the internet talking about that she got 4 cars that's paid off. She got a house. Baby, y'all live in the projects. Mike got a project apartment, and that he got that because he got them 3 kids. He got custody of. Piece of crap, talking about comparing himself with Michael Jordan. Boy, if you don't get somewhere and sit down with your broke behind, you probably don't even own a pair of Jordans. You're going to compare yourself with this man talking about we all got haters. No, you got concerned citizens. We would like to see you locked up because we know if not for a couple of months, you would have been breaking the law. You're nasty. And they said you have a history of dealing with young girls. So she ain't the first one. And you married, you nasty, boy. You are nasty. You nasty, Michael. Nasty. Did I tell you was nasty? You are nasty. And anybody condoning it, like all the people at that wedding, like really? Y'all literally went to this wedding, but not to shoot it up, to congratulate the couple? Really? I said, now see, they're going to make me give up on humanity. This the kind of stuff that make me give up on humanity. This stuff right here. And I'm not going to sit here and act like this is, a new concept. Because some of y'all granddaddies, got y'all granny by 20, 30 years. Older men coming after young girls ain't nothing new. Unfortunately, we still live in a society that okays that behavior to some extent. They say, well, if she's 18... or she's at a consenting age of her, in her state, then there's nothing we can do about it. Cut his wing off. Because he's probably, once she gets a little older, she's going to be too old for him. Then what's he going to do? Start messing with her daughter? Her child? His children? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And he got this cocky attitude. Like, I would love to smack him. Just across his face. Like, you nasty. You nasty, nasty man, you. That's what I want to do, but I'm probably never going to see him to be able to do it. But still, he deserves it. And so, I just want us to definitely look at that situation and then look at our own situations to make sure that we don't have predators around our children. Because everybody was mad at R. Kelly like he was the only child molester out there. I'm like, shoot, they're probably sleeping with child molesters now. It should make everybody look at everybody around them. Keep your children protected from these nasty men and these nasty women that mean them no good. Then again, I am totally with her mother blowing Michael's brains out because that's what she needs to do. Her daughter will get over it. Trust me. That's not even his baby. She will get over it. And he's just ugly. I'm sorry. You ugly, bro. You not all of that. Nobody. Okay, I'm going to stop because now I'm just being mean. I ain't even saying I'm just being mean. So I'm going to stop right there. Try to preserve my little ticket to heaven. Okay, it's shredded. You didn't have to, whatever. But that is all I have to discuss. I'm sorry I kept y'all so long, but I do thank y'all for staying tuned to me. I do thank you so much. And again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If not, thank you for just watching. I appreciate you anyway. That is my $5.02. Peace.